Hi guys and welcome back to my channel Popcorn Reviews. I'm Farhad. If you're new to this channel then please smash that subscribe button now. And firstly, thank you so much for the new subscribers. Thank you so much. You've got me well past 650 and the next target will be 700 for sure. And hopefully you'll help me get to that mark very soon. And today the film that we are going to talk about is the Tamil film Thiruchitrambalam. I hope I am pronouncing it right. Let me know in the comments. But this was one film that I had no clue about. I didn't even know that it was releasing, except for one of my friends who told me that this film is out, and I decided to look it up, and it had Dhanush in it, and that got me excited. I said, yeah, why not? Let's go for it. And so after Janagana Mana and Sita Ramam, this film marks the first Tamil film that I watched in a theater with English subtitles. I earlier did watch Vikram and a few others, but that was in Hindi dub. But this is the first official Tamil language film that I watched it in its language with English subtitles. So 2022 has been kind in that regard. So I had absolutely no idea what Thiruchitrambalam was all about. I just went into the film blank, you can say. And so the film is about a coming of age story of a delivery guy, a protagonist who works as a delivery boy, and he stays with his father and grandfather. And also his, love life isn't going well as well. So, what happens next? How will all the problems in his life be solved by the end of the next 2 hours? So that is basically the story, but the story is really heartwarming and it has that feel good vibe to it. Instantly, there was this thing, it did help that I did not know anything about the film, because that opening sequence that was there, in which if you watch the film, you'd come to know that the film opens with an accident that happens, and that gave me an impression that this might be a action entertainer, an action entertainer, which is, we are privy to watching, the masala ones. But this was anything but that. When the film started unfolding, it was a very grounded story, basically about the relationship and the dynamics that the protagonist has with his family members or the people around him, or his best friend, when he's actively searching for someone, just basically being scarred of some incident in his life, which is why he is a bit of a loner, and not really a loner, I would say, but is still, restrained and is not very open to. There's some barrier, you can say. Let's put it this way: there is a barrier in him, and that emotion that is there, I think, was very well portrayed in this film. Also, there are many instances in which he does fall in love, and then what happens? I think those all are very relatable incidents that are there. You would come to know if you're watching. I'm trying to keep this screenplay part as vague as possible to avoid any spoilers, because I'm actually surprised that nobody is actually talking about this film. Everyone's so busy boycotting the major Bollywood releases that there's a gem that has come through from the Tamil film industry, and nobody is talking about it. I mean, that is actually surprising. So coming back to the review, I felt there are many moments which are, emotional as well, slightly emotional, but the drama never gets heavy to you. It's never melodramatic. It's always grounded to reality. I felt that was the main USP of the film. Why it became relatable is because there was nothing that was over the top. The sequences that were unfolding, that were relatable. It did seem like it was a chapter of, you can be anybody's life, my life, your life, anybody's life, and that is something that makes it special. And that's why I felt that the screenplay had its beats. It also had so many elements of humor that was there, which was so brilliant. I mean, I found myself laughing at even unexpected places. It is a situational comedy, also well integrated in the screenplay, and that final act is really heartwarming. The entire screenplay is layered, as is the final act as well. You would say it is slight slightly cliched, maybe slightly, but then mostly it stays away from all the cliches. And basically, such movies, with such screenplays aren't made too often in times of thrillers and mysteries that are there. So the screenplay is really well written. I felt the dialogues also were conversational, like we have in our daily routine lives, and that is something that was also, well penned. The lines were impactful, and they made sense, while it was relatable also. Some of the lines were relatable. The music, I think, is absolutely brilliant. The music is really good here, as is the BGM. The BGM also complements the drama excellently well. The cinematography also was top notch. I didn't have any complaints about that. The art design, the production design that is there, that gave a very young and youthful vibe to the film, which was needed here, and that I think was also, it did a very good job. Director Mithran Jawahar, he's done a splendid job here. The film doesn't get heavy, neither does it drag anywhere. It is a nice and breezy watch, and it's packed in with the right amount of emotions. And for that, I think the director really, deserves some brownie points here. You can say he did a fabulous job, and the star cast is, I think, it's almost like a casting coup. It's absolutely a dream cast. You have Prakash Raj, who's there in almost every other film. He did a fabulous job. I think Bharat Raja, who plays the grandfather, by the way, is a very endearing character, and the bridge between the son and his son and his grandson. So I think that is something that was nicely put. Even his elements in which he's advising his grandson about love. I think that is something that was very nicely. You know. Nicely executed as well, and also I think Nitya Menon, she did a fabulous job. She was nice and bubbly, and such a charming smile she has. Very, uh, it'll just light up the screen with all the joy that she can, convey. So I think she did a fabulous job as well. Rashi Khanna also played her part pretty well, made her presence felt. Priya also, Priya Bhavani Shankar, she did a pretty good job as well. I had, I think, recently seen her in the anthology series Victim, the third story that was there, and she was pretty good in that film. Although the film wasn't great in that sense, but here I think she did a pretty good job. And then what do I say about Dhanush? Dhanush, I think, does a fabulous job every single time. I think he's one of the most versatile actors that are doing the rounds here, and you can just mold him and fit him in any role. So he's equally good in drama, and he's equally good in the comedy scenes as well here. So I think he looked the part. I mean, he absolutely looked the part. I didn't see Dhanush in this role, and that is the best part here. Very nice. I think a towering act, you can say. Check that is there in his performance list. So this is another good performance. So overall, Thiruchitrambalam, I hope I'm getting it right. Thiruchitrambalam, I think it is highly recommended. I think it is very heartwarming and a feel-good type of a film, which slowly tingles with your heart and has this feeling of joy at the end. I think that is something that are really missing in our films, and I think it has really brought out that emotion. Well, I want to see such films, like I don't see them in Bollywood too often, in types of thriller. I think only the Malayalam film industry is somewhat generating those coming of age stories. I haven't seen many in Telugu, except recently I did watch Thank You as well. So how many have you watched? Any coming of age film that you would like me to recommend, or your thoughts on this film, Thiruchitrambalam? I hope I'm getting it right again. Let me know in the comments. Also, if you're liking this video, please smash that like button. Also, let me know your thoughts on the film. If you'd like to read my full review of Thiruchitrambalam, then the full review of which is present on my site, Popcorn Reviews with a double S, the link of which is in the description box below. Please visit my site as well, along with many other lovely reviews that I have been providing, along with celebrity interviews. All of that is there on my site. Please do have a look. Also subscribe to the channel if you are new. It doesn't take much from you. It is free from your end, but it helps a small creator like me. So please subscribe to the channel. Also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Letterboxd. All the links are in the description box below. Till then, till the next video, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much.